then it's going to take as a prompt, it's essentially taking like every essence of that particular song from Pearl Jam. The chances of you getting an overfit or some sort of issues with artifacting, in my opinion, are probably going to be greatly increased. You're going to get less generalization. If you take 10 seconds, here's the funny thing is, all the model does, all these models do, is they try to take your prompt and they're trying to reduce the error margin between what your prompt, what your expectation of your, in English language prompt, what your expectation of that sound would be. In other words, they have a bunch of caption data. That data gets trained in the model, and the model tries to basically be able to recreate all of these different captions while being very, very small and efficient. So in some sense, it's basically like a lossy process, and it's forced to generalize. This is a huge oversimplification, but it's a good way, a heuristic for thinking about it. So, in a way, basically, it learns to think in what we would consider to be intelligently, or basically kind of similar to us, by virtue of the fact that it can't memorize everything. It's incapable of it. And so instead what it does is it gets the idea of what slacker is. It gets the idea of what classical is. It gets the idea of what Baroque is. And so when it reproduces these things, if you were to listen to it, you'd be like, well, it didn't get the song right? I gave it the exact prompt, it should have reproduced this song, but if I then gave you another song that was, synth pop or something, you would be like, well, it was closer than that. And that's the goal, is to improve the error margin. All the time it's trying to get as close as it can to that, while still not being able to completely, fit onto it. Also, it's not desirable. We don't want it to reproduce work. The whole point is to get it to produce new stuff, creative stuff. So, vibes. This is kind of we're getting kind of deep in here. Vibes, what makes them interesting is despite being a 10-second clip, there's an enormous amount of information there, because basically it's taking this 10-second clip and it's saying, it's generalizing it. Meaning, in some sense, you've captured, in the 10-second clip, aspects of the rest of the song, even though you didn't include that information. So I find that fascinating. Basically, that's the most fascinating part about vibes, is in some sense it's compressing your song. It's not taking all the information, right? There's still going to be stuff that's missing, it's not going to be able to know that it's going to go up high later on. But in some sense, in some level, because the model is the same model that produced that in the first place, and it has some understanding of how the song structure grows. Like, it's been trained specifically to do this. In some sense, that 10 seconds is all you need to get a really strong generalization of the core of what that song is. So yeah, so I don't know yet whether what part of the vibe you choose is relevant. So far, in the test that I've done, limitedly, when you're choosing vibes, it actually seems to not matter that much. I've made mistakes plenty of times where I accidentally chose the wrong section, or I didn't choose at all, I just forgot, and it just did the default middle of the song. And the results were great either way. Versus when I was doing human directed, where I was like, oh, that part is like a star, that's like a great part, and I want that. What I can say, if I have to give advice on how, when you're constructing a song with vibes, and you're building your 10-second clip, the goal would be to avoid dissonance if you don't want it to have dissonance in your song, number one. And number two, in my opinion, it does seem to have a good effect if you do include a completion to that section of the song structure. Let me explain. We'll go and try and make a vibe right now, so that way we can understand what I'm talking about. So we'll just take a random song here, one of the ones I made recently. And we're going to go to Use Vibe. Turn it off because it's going to be a little distracting from that view. So when you click Use Vibe, your vibe pops up into your sound section. You can stack up to 3 of these vibes at the same time, and you're going to want to. We're going to hit Edit, and this brings up the menu where you can pick which 10 seconds of the vibe you want to pull from. So let's listen through here, and we'll just find something. Alright, so it's got a strong stock. I like that weird hiccup in the voice there, but let's see. So I can be lonely. Then you have a little bit of variation there. But look, it goes back up here, and it's kind of in the middle of a note. It doesn't complete. I probably wouldn't take this because I don't know whether it's going to communicate well, sort of the structural intelligence, essentially. I'm trying to make sure that it communicates. That the song has a good structure. I kind of like to be on the nose with that part. Also, I think there's a better part here that I really want, so let's get it. Here we go. So yeah, this part. All right, let's see. But I went a little bit before. All right, it doesn't quite complete, but that's good enough for me. Because I definitely want to have the part that quiet before the crescendo, and then you want to have the crescendo. So basically, the idea here is, you know, the rest of the song hopefully is communicable from this. I'm not sure whether that's true, though. It may very well be that picking these extreme highs in a song actually is so overpowering in some sense that you get less of the gist of the song. The funny thing is, though, I think this song entirely hinges on this part, and it's not that, to me, it's not that great except for that part, so I'm okay with this. Now let's go to, we'll just take some other vibes that I have. You know what? Let's take some vibes from some buddies here. Playlists. We'll go over to, this used to be called It's Not Trending because I have a war on trending, but the trending here had all these people on it, so I'd rename it. Where is my list here? Good stuff. Okay, I like this one, but I've already used them. Combinator. Combinator has some dissonance, but I do like it, so we're going to use vibe. Oh, why can't I stack these? Advanced. All right, we'll go back and get my other one again, or we'll use a different one. This fall, this one's good. All right, and then, let's see here.
Empty skyline. And with the man in the back.
It's gonna pick up. This is a great song, but it's gonna pick up too much kitsch from it. This is a good one. This is perfect. Okay. Okay, so I'm looking at this now. Rubel's Fall is also kind of beady. Combinator is perfect. Rubel, I need a little bit of variety in here. I'm gonna take one of my own vibes and throw it in here. No, that was not Eddie Vedder. That was off of a different AI platform as well. I like to use everything and import stuff back and forth between everything. It's just, I think it's very useful. I don't play instruments, or I used to, but I haven't played instruments since I've been married for many, many years. So it's a joke I make, but it's true. So you know, but I do make a lot of music on it with AI. So this is kind of amazing for me to be able to use some material I already have in this way. All right, so these are already actually set up. The only one that needs actually setting is Combinator. It's really the opening. The opening is so good on this. Gotta make sure I get the right part, though. Maybe I should include that little drop there. Hang on. So, here we go. Yeah, that's good. Let me make sure I actually got it correctly. Sometimes it's like offside. Perfect. So I'm actually going to bookmark that as well. Okay. I know this song so well. Yeah, I definitely don't. Yeah, no, I want this one. I want where it. Let's see if there's a. Yeah, right when this comes in. Maybe I should try to get it before it starts. Yeah, that might work. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, so now we have all these prompts set up. Now we still want prompts in here. Okay, I believe if you don't put them in, it does automatically place some prompts in there, and that's going to affect your sound quite strongly. You can use neutral prompts, like you could do stuff like 1994 or 1993. I mean, these aren't neutral. These are, 1999. One of the ones I like is 2099. 9,222. All right, we'll try this out. But it's always best to combine multiple things together. Realistically, what I actually should do here. Oops, did my computer just freeze? Or just the app? Oh, I froze for a second. I'm back.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, here we go. Give me just a sec. I got to get myself my prompts list. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm not in my normal browser. Hang on one second. Because we were having some technical difficulties before this started. All right, let me go to my Google Notes. And let's see what prompt we'll pull. I want something that's relatively... you know what? That's okay. We'll take this one. This is a really good prompt. Oh, do I still have this? Okay. All right, we'll combine that in here. It is, let's see, we've got drunk, annoying furrycore. Furrycore, I believe it actually is a real genre. I got this off of a person named Zranox D, who makes incredible instrumental AI music. One of the earliest people, and I believe they are a furry, so furrycore. It's really good. A lot of drums. Swancore, based on, there's a guy named Vakandas told me there's a guitarist, something Swan. I don't remember their full name, but it's great. Tennis, this is an interesting one. Well, I could get into that another time, but it's really strangely good on several platforms. Okay, so, and boot menu PC program. This is my favorite. I put this on a lot of things. It doesn't ever produce that usually, but it's really something interesting. I don't know what it does to the sound, but for some reason it produces good results. And that's the thing. You will find stuff like
Ой,
this,
блин,
that
говорил я
produces
Кендалл,
results.
дай
It's not
лучше
what
я
you
стрим
describe. It
проведу.
doesn't
Говно
matter.
жует,
You're getting
жует,
good
нихуя
results.
подобно.
It's like
Людям
you're
не
trying to learn how to
объясняют, так
talk
они и не
another
поймут,
language.
что он
You
там
know, and
делает.
the thing is, you don't
Он сам
really
не
have
поймет,
good
что делает.
viable feedback.
Блять, там же настолько все просто. Буквально одной минуты хватает, чтобы людям объяснить вот эти, блядь, 3 вайба, как ими пользоваться. Ой, пиздец, сейчас рассусоливать, мало того, что на стрим опоздали, блядь, готовились сутки, и все, какой-то каламбур у него, он, блин, окей, alright, и больше нихуя. Я бы и то быстрее и популярнее объяснил бы, что с чем. Ой, пиздец, кино и немчики. Вот внизу в промпте он выбрал 3 вайба. И ползунки везде настроил на 100%. Но это, конечно, ахтунг полный. В этих вайбах выбираются кусочек, допустим, выбрал ты там группу крови, там гитара парам, где идет. Вырезал этот кусочек, выбрал его, ритм гитару, взял там другую песню, где там какая-нибудь ударник с басухой, там хороший такой лад идет. Этот кусочек ставил вторым вайбом, третьим вайбом там ритм-секцию какую-нибудь забойную, или там вообще не обязательно, если ты делаешь какую-то конкретно одну песню, ну, понятное дело, что с этой песней надо кусочки собирать. А если хочешь какой-то каламбур, можешь со всего. Я вон малиновую ладу сделал вообще в стиле диджей-аллигатор, блин. Это, конечно, что-то с чем-то. То есть вайбы это просто бомбическая вещь. Суна, блядь, в своей бесплатной версии просто курит и сосет в стороне. Как по качеству, так и по производительности. А здесь все бесплатно. До сих пор я уже 1500, блин, за неделю накрутил и просто пищу от кайфа, насколько голос качественный, музыка качественно делается. Как в 4-й версии Суна, только здесь пока бесплатно все. Так что пользуйтесь, пока возможность есть. Ну и зачем он... На 50% он поставил странности в голосе, то есть допустимые всякие странности. Я обычно их, ну, не больше 40% вот этот вот vagueness ставлю. Лирику, если тебе надо текст, чтобы был более протяжный и пропевался хорошо, его, конечно, ставить в районе 80%. Если тексты короткие, такие шорты, не протяжные, не певучие, то и полтинника хватает. Но иногда там проглатывает слова какие-нибудь. Он еще и вот промпт пишет, что под каждый вайб пишет промпт, что он с него хочет взять конкретно. Допустим, там с этого типа звукового вайба возьми гитару, с этого там вайба возьми ударники, ритм-секцию, с того вайба там возьми голос, ну вот в таком ключе. Лирику он вообще убрал голос, типа что, аранжировку делает, минус. Он не может понять, почему у него генерация не происходит. Болван, потому что ты находишься в разделе, блядь, вот так вот, нет песен, потому что ты в другом разделе находишься. Ой, пиздец.
in case it's for some reason a copyright on my own lyrics, which has happened before. No, it's not. I may have to refresh the page.
Generation file. А файлит, потому что...
Or actually, it might save my...
Потому что сид не выбрал. У него сид пустой.
Alright.
Сид выбери какой-нибудь и нормально пойдет. Обычно, когда сид не пишешь, такое бывает. Либо удали все вайбы.
Maybe try without a project for a second. That might.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Удали все вайбы и по новой загрузи.
We're experiencing heavy traffic. I got rate limited now. So we may, I don't know if we're going to, usually once I get rate limited, I have issues getting unrate limited, so let's see. Library. It's not showing up here. Let's try it one more time.
Кентл сразу мину такую сделала, недовольную. Это будет, блядь, эпический, самый первый, самый эпический провальный стрим войдет в историю, блядь. Что написал? Трамп дурак? Просто бы взял один вайп и на одном показал. Нахуй ты их 3 сразу тыкаешь, у тебя там с одним-то проблема будет. Давай, включай, генерировать. Вот сейчас у него опять ошибка вылезет. Он промпт оставил, а вайп, блядь, удалил. Ебанько. Ой, пиздец. Но он не разработчик, я не знаю, где его взяли, что он там написал. Окей, давай на всю катушку вхуячивай, лирику в ноль, блядь. Странности в ноль, лирику в ноль. Че, аранжировку делаешь, что ли? Не песню? Generation файл не вылезло? Странности добавил. Две готово. Давай послушаем, что за дичь.
Is it related to? It might be that one of these vibes is broken or breaking something. I've had a vibe be like not working properly before. I wonder, is there an issue with us using other people's vibes that I'm unaware of, or like other people's songs to produce vibes?
There shouldn't be. Yeah, there shouldn't be.
There was.
So, yeah.
And like I also know these people, so well, I don't know Hike personally, but you know.
You basically know Hike, you know.
Yeah. All right, so let me
Для чего вот это вот candle здесь я не могу понять. Свечка вот эта вот в нижнем левом углу, вот эта волосатая, двужопая. Для чего она здесь находится?
Maybe there's just something going on in the back end right now. Does the team have any knowledge on what would be causing this particular bug?
Okay.
If they don't, it's fine. We can try without those. Hold on, let me try something. I also normally do this at 220, so it's okay that I just use this.
Okay. Well, I guess while the team looks into that,
yeah, I can go through other stuff. Or
yeah. Or maybe talk through some of your favorite songs that you've made and like overall the process that it took to actually create that.
Sure, yeah.
You know, how you think about stacking vibes, if you always use 3, just, you know,
Okay, yeah, so I can get into that. I mean, look, I can talk all day about this stuff. I just was, the last time, so on the stream I had, not with Riffusion, I did a lot of talking, and on this stream I wanted to make sure people could see how it works.
Yeah.
But I'll keep doing that while I talk about it. Okay, so essentially, with vibes, so okay, here's what we're doing here, because this is kind of what I want to demonstrate. We'll go into the projects folder and we can take a look. Already done this, but we'll take a look right now. So you have these tiers. In this case, that's how I think of it. You can think of it almost like you're growing a tree but backwards, right? You're taking all these generations and you're culling them in almost what is a naturally selective process. What I mean by that is like, if you think of all, you have an active creation, right? You're making all these songs based upon your prompts. You can think of your prompts almost as
Короче, расходимся. Стрим ни о чем.
Вообще ни о чем.
Они сами не понимают, что делают. Я бы намного лучше объяснил и рассказал, если это действительно кому-то интересно. Я думал, там они подскажут, расскажут то, что мы не знаем, не умеем, а мы, показывается, методом тыка, блядь, знаем больше и умеем лучше, чем они. Сейчас вот я включу, что я сегодня сделал. Сейчас я найду.
And you put them together to create a new song. In some sense, you're taking the attributes of the winners and passing them on to the next generation. I hope you can see if you have high school biology or whatever. It's essentially a natural selection process. So you have these. You take these three songs. Put them together. Your first scene on your island, right? Pick your favorites. Part of it. Then listen to them again. Find the ones that you like the most. Maybe you do this several times with several different combinations. You make them your too.
Куда пропал? Опять бухаешь ты. Хочу пройти там, где ты упал. Хочу развеять этот страх. В твоих глазах читаю я. Налей стакан, пошли бухать. Пошли бухать. Я погружаюсь в океан бухла. И мне все мало, как всегда. В стакане я смысл вижу я в бухле. Налей и мне. Какой дурак, какой же я дурак. Воспоминания в серых днях. В твоих глазах читаю я. Пошли бухать. Пошли бухать. Пошли бухать. Я погружаюсь в океан бухла. И мне все мало, как всегда. Себя найду в стакане я. Смысл вижу я в бухле. Вкусить желаю сладость я хурмы. По-свой же мне растает так легко. Пошли бухать. Пошли бухать. Я погружаюсь в океан бухла. И мне все мало, как всегда. В стакане я. Смысл вижу я в бухле. Налей мне. Пошли бухать, я погружаюсь в океан бухла. И мне все мало, как всегда. Себя найду в стакане я. Смысл вижу я в бухле. Какой дурак, какой какой же я дурак. У солнца тень еще в лучах, воспоминания в серых днях. В твоих глазах читаю я. Пошли бухать.
Разведены мосты,
Все спят,
неужто это ты?
да я.
Холодная весна,
Пустяк,
а почему одна?
вот так, не против провожу. Давай, смотри, года бегут. Пускай, а сколько же прошло? 7 лет, уже почти светло. Рассвет.
Как будто мы с тобой и не было разлук, как будто той весной мы не расстались вдруг, как будто ты ждала, как будто ты искал, как ты искал своей любви причал, как будто мы с тобой и не было разлук, как будто той весной мы не расстались вдруг, как будто ты ждала, как будто ты искал, как ты искал своей любви причал. Ну вот уже мой дом,
Как жаль,
а может мы зайдем
на чай
на стрелки не глядим,
пойдем,
немного посидим.
вдвоем.
Для нас с тобой урок,
Смешно,
ты тоже одинок.
давно.
Любовь не обмануть, ну да, если все вернуть.
Назад.
Как будто мы с тобой и не было разлук, как будто той весной мы не расстались вдруг, как будто ты ждала, как будто ты искал, да ты искал своей любви причал, как будто мы с тобой и не было разлук, как будто той весной мы не расстались вдруг, как будто ты ждала, как будто ты искал, как ты искал своей любви причал.
Как будто мы с тобой и не было разлук, как будто та слюй мы не расстались вдруг, как будто ты ждала, я будто ты искал, я бы искал своей любви причал. Своей любви причал.